Hello friends, welcome to the video lecture series on artificial intelligence and machine learning. I am Dr. Dafda, and in this 47th video class of AIML, we will understand searching with partial observations. We are learning the chapter 4, namely beyond classical search, and next important topic of this chapter is searching with partial observations. Starting with the name, what is the meaning of partial observations? Partial observations means the AI agent can only see the environment partially. Until now, we assume that the agent always know exactly where it is. But in many real life situations, this is not true. For example, a robot that is moving in the smoke, a drone that is flying in fog, a self-driving car during heavy rain cannot observe everything clearly around it. So instead of knowing one exact state, the agent only knows some possible states. And this set of possible states is called the belief state. So in this video class, we will learn what a belief state is, how an agent searches without complete information, how observations reduce uncertainty, and how intelligent agents maintain their belief while working. Okay, so let us start. Let us first understand the difference between fully observable and partially observable environments. In a fully observable environment, the agent always knows its exact position. For example, while playing chess, the player can see every piece on the board and there is no uncertainty. Now consider a robot that is moving inside smoke. The robot cannot clearly identify its location. It only knows that it may be at several different places. This is called partially observable environment. And in such environments, normal search algorithms are not enough. The agent has to think differently. Instead of searching one state, it searches among possible states. The most important concept of this topic is the belief state. Suppose a robot enters a building and its sensors are weak. It cannot determine its exact room. It only knows that it could be room number 2, room number 4 or room number 6. So instead of storing one state, the robot stores all possible states together. So remember, belief state is equal to set of possible states, and searching is now performed on belief states instead of physical states. The simplest partially observable problem is called a sensorless problem. Here, the agent has no sensors, it receives no information from the environment, and this may sound impossible, but surprisingly, many such problems can be solved. So instead of depending on the sensors, the agent follows a carefully designed action sequence that works for every possible starting state. And this type of search is called the conformant search. Why conformant search? Because one action sequence conforms to every possible situation. This figure shows that after performing one action, the belief state changes from one possible states to another. That is, move right. See, here it is in room A and its sensors are not working. So it will not clean the dirt. But its action sequence is designed to move right. So it will move right. Similarly here, it will move right. Okay. Let us understand sensorless search using the vacuum word example. Initially, the vacuum cleaner has no idea where it is or where the dirt is. Therefore, its belief state contains all the 8 states. So here there are all the 8 states. When it moves right, many states are removed and only remains 2, 4, 6 and 8. So after right movement, 2, 4, 6 and 8 remains and the belief state has become smaller. After performing suck, only 4 and 8 remains. After performing left, only 3 and 7 remains. And again after performing suck, only 7 remains, which is our goal state. So after performing right, suck, left and suck, the vacuum cleaner reaches the goal state, even though it never used any sensors. This example shows that even without observations, a carefully planned sequence of actions can solve the problem. Also notice that after every action, the uncertainty becomes smaller, and this process is called the belief state search. Okay. See, in the sensorless search, the agent had no sensors, so it could never reduce its uncertainty. Now suppose the agent has partial sensors, which we call searching with observations. For example, in the vacuum world, the agent can detect whether it is in room A or room B, and whether the current room is dirty or clean. However, it cannot see the entire environment. Okay, because of this, the agent still maintains a belief state, but now sensors help reduce the uncertainty. And this belief state is updated in 3 simple steps. Step 1 is prediction. The agent first performs an action. Suppose the action is move right, and based on its current belief state, it predicts all possible states that it may reach. Notice that this prediction is done before receiving any sensor information. So after prediction, the agent is still uncertain. Step 2 is observation. Next, the agent receives information from its sensors. For example, the sensor may say you are in room B and it is dirty, or you are in room B and it is clean. And this new information helps the agent. And step 3 is update. Finally, the agent compares the sensor readings with all predicted states. Any state that does not match the observation is removed. Only the states that agree with sensor readings remain. And this new set becomes the new belief state. So important point over here is that every observation gives additional information. Therefore, the belief state usually becomes smaller after every observation. In simple words, more observation leads to less uncertainty, which leads to better decisions. See, this is the initial belief state. The agent does not know whether it is in state 1 or state 3. So its belief state is 1, 3. The agent only knows that either state 1 or state 3 is possible. Now the agent performs move right action. Since both possible states move to the right, the predicted belief state becomes 2, 4. And at this stage, the agent is still uncertain. Now the sensors provide an observation. There are 2 possible observations. In observation 1, sensor reports B is dirty, and only state 2 matches this observation. So the new belief state becomes state 2. And if the sensor reports B is clean, then only state 4 matches this observation. Therefore, the new belief state becomes state 4. So initially the agent had 2 possible states, state 2 or state 4. But after receiving one sensor reading, the uncertainty is removed. The agent now knows its exact state. It is either 2 or 4, not both of them. And this is the biggest advantage of observations. So observations help the agent remove impossible states and reduce uncertainty. Okay. This figure explains how an intelligent agent updates its belief. Suppose the robot currently believes that it may be in 4 different places. First, it performs an action. For example, it moves right. Now it predicts all possible new locations. Next, its sensors provides an observation O. For example, the sensors report I am in room B and it is clean. Using this observation, the robot removes all impossible locations and only the locations matching the observations are kept. And this updated set is called the new belief state. So remember these 3 words: prediction, observation and update. And this equation means that new belief state is equal to prediction and observation O, which updates the belief state. Okay. Now let us see how an agent solves a partially observable problem. Since the agent does not know its exact physical state, it cannot use ordinary search algorithms. Instead, it searches in the belief state space. For this purpose, we use AND OR search algorithm. Here, the OR node represents the agent's choice of action, while the AND nodes represent all the possible observations that the environment can produce. Now let us understand this corrected figure step by step. Step 1 is initial belief state. The agent first receives the percept A, dirty, and this percept is possible in state 1 and state 3. Therefore, the initial belief state is 1, 3, and the agent is not sure whether it is in state 1 or state 3. In step 2, it performs suck. So the first action in the conditional plan is suck. In both states 1 and 3, the left square is dirty. So after performing suck, left square becomes clean for both the states. And now the belief state changes to 5, 7. This means the agent still does not know its exact state, but it has reduced uncertainty. In step 3, it is move right. So the agent performs the right action. So after right action, the vacuum cleaner of state 5 moves to room B and it becomes state 6, and state 7 moves to room B and it becomes state 8. Next is step 4, where the environment gives observation. So after moving right, the environment provides new observation. Two observations are possible. The first observation is B, dirty. This means that the agent must be in state 6. And the second observation is B, clean. This means that the agent must be in state 8. So notice how the observation removes all the uncertainty. So the belief state now contains only one possible state, either state 6 or state 8. And in step 5, we execute the conditional plan. So the agent checks if its belief state is 6, then the right square is dirty, and so the agent again performs suck action. And if the belief state is 8, then both the squares are clean, so no further action is needed and the agent stops. So if belief state is equal to 6, then suck, else stop. So the final conditional plan is like this: suck right if belief state is equal to 6, then suck, else stop. And the important point here is that the agent never checks the actual physical state. Instead, it makes decision based only on the belief state, which is computed from its actions and observations. Okay, now let us see how an intelligent agent actually works while interacting with the environment. The agent continuously repeats the same 3 operations: perform an action, receive an observation, and update its belief state. This figure shows 2 complete prediction update cycles. Initially, the agent receives the percept, that is A, dirty. This means that the left room is dirty, but the agent still cannot identify its exact state. Therefore, its belief state is 1, 3. Means the agent knows that it is either in state 1 or state 3. The first action is suck. In both possible states, the left room is dirty, so the dirt is removed for both the states, and now the belief state becomes 5, 7. At this stage also, the agent is still not sure whether it is in state 5 or state 7. Now the agent checks the sensor. The sensor says A, clean. This observation confirms that the left square has become clean. Still notice that this observation does not reduce the belief state further. The agent is still uncertain whether it is in state 5 or state 7. So the belief state remains 5, 7. So this is an important point. Sometimes observations reduce uncertainty and sometimes they do not. Okay. Here both state 5 and state 7 produce the same percept A, clean. So both remains possible. Next, the agent performs the right action. Now the agent predicts all possible states that could result. From 5, moving right leads to state 6. From 7, moving right leads to state 8. And because the environment is in the kindergarten vacuum world where any square may become dirty at any time unless the agent is cleaning it, the prediction step also considers that the right square may become dirty unexpectedly. Therefore, the predicted belief state becomes 2, 4, 6, 8. And this is why here it contains 4 possible states, not just 2. Okay. Now the sensor observes B, dirty. The agent compares this observation with all 4 predicted states, and only state 2 and state 6 match the observation B, dirty. So the belief state becomes 2, 6. Notice what happened. The prediction step increased uncertainty because more states became possible. But the observation step reduced uncertainty by removing impossible states. That is state 4 and 8 are removed. So this figure shows the complete belief state maintenance process. The agent performs action, prediction, observation and update again and again. And this entire operation is summarized by using this equation. So this is belief state update equation where small b is our current belief state, small a is the action performed, O is the observation, and B dash is the updated belief state. Although this equation looks difficult, Its meaning is simple: predict first, observe next, update the belief state, and this process repeats throughout the agent's operation. And the key idea is the agent always maintains the latest belief state instead of remembering the entire history. Okay, now let us understand a real life example called robot localization. Localization simply means finding where the robot is. Imagine this is a robot inside a large building. The robot already has the map of the building, but when it is switched on, it does not know its own location. So initially this robot thinks I may be anywhere in this building. That means its belief state contains many possible locations. So during starting there are many possible locations. So initially the robot does not know where it is. So every empty square in the map is a possible location. That is, its belief state is very large. Now this robot receives its first sensor observation, that is E1 is equal to NSW. N means north, S means south, and W means west. This means that there is an obstacle to the north, so it cannot move north. There is an obstacle to the south, so it cannot move south. And there is an obstacle to the west, so it also cannot move west. Only movement possible is this direction. So this robot compares this observation with every location of the map, and only those locations, that is this location, this location, this location, and this location, exactly having the same surroundings are possible, which are these circled locations. So this is the first location where it could be. This is the second location, third location, and fourth location. So after checking the entire map, only 4 locations satisfy the observation NSW. Therefore, the robot removes all other locations which are impossible locations, and its belief state becomes much smaller, that is only 4 possible locations. Next, this robot performs a move action. So it moves from here to here, that is it comes to this location. Since this movement is non-deterministic, the robot cannot be completely sure where it has reached. Then it receives its second observation, that is E2 is equal to NS. This means that there is an obstacle to the north, so it cannot move north, and there is an obstacle to the south, and this robot compares this observation with every possible location in the map, and only this location matches to the observation. So after move plus E2, which is equal to NS, only one possible location remains. So finally this robot knows its exact position, that it is at this position, because no other position on the map matches this position. So notice what happens after every observation. Initially the robot is highly uncertain. After the first observation, uncertainty becomes smaller, and after the second observation, the uncertainty becomes almost zero. This is exactly how a belief state is updated. For example, suppose your friend is inside a shopping mall. He calls you and says, I am near the food court. Many places are still possible. Okay. After 2 minutes he says, I am also near the escalator. Now only few places are possible. And finally he says, I am standing in front of McDonald's. So now you know its exact location. And this is exactly what the robot is doing. Every observation removes impossible locations. So this process is called localization. And localization is one of the most important applications of belief state search. Many real life robots such as mobile robots, warehouse robots, etc. uses this idea every day. Okay. Finally, let us summarize this video. In many real world problems, an agent cannot observe everything around it. That is, it only has partial observations, and it has to search in these partial observations. So instead of storing one exact state, it stores a belief state, which is a set of possible states. So searching is now performed on belief states. When the agent performs an action, it predicts possible outcomes. Then it receives observations from the sensors, which reduces uncertainty. And using and/or search and conditional plans, the agent continuously updates its belief state by removing impossible states. And this process continues until the goal is reached. These concepts are widely used in robotics, self-driving cars, autonomous drones, warehouse automation, medical diagnosis, and many other intelligent systems. So searching with partial observations is therefore one of the most important topics in artificial intelligence, because it enables agents to make intelligent decisions even when the complete information is not available. Okay, so that is all for this video class. You will find the link to download the PPTs and the Python codes from the description box. Thank you very much.